6 years after the 2019 municipal elections, the 2024 regional elections and the recent municipal elections of July 2025 have confirmed a decisive shift in Togo's local governance. These three major electoral milestones reflect the determination of the President of the Council for Resozimna Nyasingbe to build a participatory democracy and foster truly inclusive development. Today, the central administration is no longer solely responsible for organizing and managing the nation's territories. Democratic vitality is now tangible. Governance begins at the grassroots level, and that is precisely its strength. The ballot boxes tell the story. Voter turnout surpassed 55% in the latest municipal elections, a clear sign of citizens' engagement and confidence in the process. Local elected officials, now endowed with legitimate authority, embody the voices of their communities and translate the President of the Council's vision into concrete projects. Streets have been redesigned, improving access to many neighborhoods. Challenges that once seemed persistent, such as limited municipal resources, growing population needs, and the lack of local administrative capacity, are now being successfully addressed thanks to the combined efforts of the central government and its technical and financial partners. In Togo, the implementation of the Decentralization Roadmap had empowered municipalities with elected councils over the past 6 years to bring public policies to life, gradually transforming the Republican promise into tangible results for citizens. In 2025 alone, the Local Government Support Fund saw its budget increase to 10 billion CFA francs, a 42% rise compared to 2024. Decentralization in Togo is now a lived reality, felt on the ground, within communities, and through concrete actions that contribute to the flourishing of the nation's sons and daughters. Under the leadership of the President of the Council for Resozimna Nyasingbe, Togo is paving the way for more equitable development where the state and its communities advance together in unity, determination, and shared purpose.
The 2025 edition of the National Day of the Togolese Municipality has opened in Lomé, bringing together local government leaders, experts, and regional partners under the theme Decentralization and Resource Mobilization for Local Authorities in Togo. Through exchanges with delegations from across West Africa, the event aims to spark fresh ideas and showcase innovative models that can empower Togolese communes to better serve their communities and drive sustainable local development. Ahufanu Chugan tells us more in this report.
Hundreds of energies united, mayors and representatives of local governments from within Togo and beyond gathered with a shared commitment to tackle a major challenge, one that highlights the true stakes of decentralization. The first edition of the National Day of the Togolese Commune was conceived as a landmark event for the Federation of Togolese Municipalities, focused on the mobilization of resources for local government, issues, challenges, and prospects. The event addresses the concerns of all actors involved in the local development chain, with the goal of achieving effective and sustainable development.
On dit souvent que l'argent est le nerf de la guerre, mais permettez-moi d'ajouter.
It is often said that money is the nerve of war, but allow me to add that it is also the nerve of peace, because without sustainable resources, genuine inclusion, and shared prosperity, there can be no trust, no progress, and no stability. In short, without resources, there is no salvation for decentralization. Fortunately, the collaborative governance model implemented in our country under the leadership of the President of the Council for Resozimna Nyasingbe has established life-saving mechanisms to support decentralized entities, notably institutional support, the contribution of the concentrated structures, and the local government support fund.
Et le fonds d'appui aux collectivités territoriales.
Local governments are called upon to exercise their powers effectively, but this cannot be achieved without financial resources. They must be able to mobilize, manage and optimize those resources.
Il s'agit non seulement de garantir la viabilité financière des collectivités, mais aussi de...
The goal is not only to ensure the financial viability of local authorities, but also to promote transparent, accountable and result-oriented management, all in the service of local development and the well-being of our people. The mobilization of local resources also helps to realize the principle of subsidiarity, which entrusts each level of governance with the means to fulfill its mission effectively. Since 2020, the government has played its part by establishing the Local Government Support Fund. This mechanism has financed major projects in key sectors such as basic socio-economic infrastructure, healthcare, education, and access to clean water.
Le fonds a vu sa dotation croître.
The fund's allocation has grown steadily from 2.6 billion CFA francs in 2020 to 9.5 billion CFA francs in 2025. The introduction of performance-based criteria in the distribution of fact resources once again demonstrates our commitment to quality work, to promoting result-oriented management in our municipalities, and above all, to good governance. The 2025 edition of the National Day of the Togolese Commune aims to create a space for learning, dialogue and collaboration, strengthening the role of communes and turning them into true pillars of national development.
And as Lomé is hosting the inaugural National Day of the Togolese Municipality or Commune, many international partners supporting local governance here in Togo are actively partaking. In this report, we take a closer look at their vital role in strengthening municipalities through experience sharing and redefining strategies, all aimed at empowering local authorities to deliver better services and improve the well-being of their communities. Kwesi Glay tells us more in this report.
Just over 6 years ago, Togo's communes came into being, the result of a decentralization reform launched by the state to promote effective, transparent local governance. Since then, this initiative has benefited from the steadfast support of the key development partners, from DIZ to the French Embassy in Togo, and from the UNDP to the European Union. These partners have worked alongside local authorities to foster comprehensive and sustainable local development through a range of strategic and transformative projects and programs. These initiatives focus on vital areas such as resources mobilization, budget management, basic public service delivery, decentralized cooperation, and municipal project implementation. The European Union has been a long-standing partner of Togo, supporting local governments and the overall decentralization process for many years. The EU continues to employ a variety of instruments to strengthen this process and empower local authorities to better serve their communities. The first National Day of the Togolese Commune stands as both a renewed source of motivation and a platform to broaden the range of projects and funding opportunities, driving tangible responses to global, regional, national, and local challenges. Meanwhile, relations between Togo and German cooperation continue to flourish in exemplary fashion. A clear testament to this partnership came in December 2022 when Germany allocated €20 million to support the implementation of the local and regional government financing support program in the Kara, Central, and Plateau regions.
In a bold step toward a fully digital public service, the Ministry of Digital Transformation and Public Service Efficiency has launched the first ever digitalization initiative for the mining and energy sector. The move aimed at creating a more efficient, accessible, and modernized public service gathered key key professionals from across the industry to mark a new era in Togo's public administration. Ahifanu Chugang reports.
A high-level meeting between the Ministry of Public Service Efficiency and Digital Transformation and the Ministry Delegate in charge of Energy and Mineral Resources, alongside heads of technical departments and digital experts, has set the tone for the digitalization of services across the energy and mining sectors. The initiative aims to make public administration faster, more accessible, and closer to the people.
L'État est un. Donc la plupart.
The state is one entity. When citizens interact with the government, they don't want to deal separately with one minister, then another department within that minister, and yet another elsewhere. Our goal is to simplify procedures, streamline interactions with the state, and make the experience more efficient and user-friendly.
Plus de convivialité aussi.
This initiative reflects the vision of the President of the Council to modernize public administration and transform it into an effective instrument that truly serves citizens.
Nous sommes dans chacun de nos ministères.
In each of our ministries, we are here to serve the Togolese population. Without digital tools that meet today's need and enable quality service delivery to citizens, we cannot fulfill our mission effectively. I therefore welcome with great enthusiasm this initiative led by my colleague from the Ministry of Public Service Efficiency.
Du ministère de l'efficacité du service public.
Over the next 4 weeks, Togo Digital, Cyber Defense Africa, Data Lab, and Yes to Go will work collaboratively to implement the digitalization process. Once completed, this initiative is expected to fundamentally transform the relationship between citizens and public administrations, fostering greater efficiency, transparency, and trust.
And indeed, when it comes to digitalization, artificial intelligence is changing the way we live by offering new opportunities in all aspects of our lives. But it also brings along challenges like data privacy and cybersecurity. For students and young professionals, succeeding with AI requires more than technical skills, and this report tells us more on how to use AI more effectively in order to solve real-world problems.
Artificial intelligence is creating new opportunities for young ones nowadays. It allows innovation in healthcare, education, and technology, while also improving daily life.
Artificial intelligence has been there for a very, very long time. Some of you might have heard things like ChatGPT. What it does is you're able to generate content and it gives you feedback and it thinks for you almost like a human being. It brings a lot of opportunities for young people. It will help you to think. A lot of young people should learn how to use it first and then also learn how to program it. The opportunities are endless.
Working with AI in cybersecurity requires more than technical knowledge. We need programming, data analysis, and problem-solving skills. At the same time, rapid technological changes and ethical concerns like data privacy create significant challenges.
It takes interest to work in cybersecurity. It's a very, very broad field. It starts from learning the fundamentals where we talk about confidentiality, integrity and availability, understand the basics, and then you take an area that interests you more. There is nothing that doesn't have a challenge. Organizations are growing in different fields. You have to always keep learning. You always have to keep knowing what is coming up.
For students dreaming of a career in cybersecurity, curiosity, continuous learning and creativity are essential. AI is not just about technology. It is about using innovation responsibly to solve real-world problems.
If you're a worker, I see it more like your personal assistant. Imagine if it takes you about hours to find even an information, even put it together, and generative AI will do it for you in 5 minutes. It has taken out a lot of stress. And also helping people to think creatively. For those who are interested in artificial intelligence, AI, and cybersecurity, be very curious about what is coming, what is new, and then identify an area that we want you to know more.
Artificial intelligence is offering exciting opportunities while presenting new challenges. Success in this field requires a combination of creativity and ethics. Learning continuously and applying AI responsibly will be the key to shaping a smarter and more efficient society for the next generation.
And absolutely, because we want to know and understand more about artificial intelligence, we are privileged to have in the studios today Madam Bridget Mensah, a cybersecurity and AI expert. Madam Mensah, it's a pleasure to have you in our studios today.
Thank you for having me.
I hope the family, work, everything is going on well.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Well, you spoke about how important AI is in our world today, and as the name suggests, AI is very intelligent. But we want to know, is AI capable of making mistakes, and if it does, who is to blame?
When we talk about artificial intelligence, there have been different models. The ones that have a lot of content generation that we talked about earlier is those that they work on data. So for the artificial intelligence to give you response and feedback, it needs data to give you the correct information. If it doesn't have enough data, the information that it gives you maybe is scanty. There could be errors. And so there's this we call hallucination.
Okay.
And whatever information that you feed into the tool will use that data or information to learn and produce more. So when you give information to artificial intelligence, or let's say generative AI tool like a chat GPT or Claude or whatever tool there is a tendency of it hallucinating and making errors. And who to blame? We are all responsible to check the input or the output that we get from artificial intelligence or anything that you use to generate data. You just don't take it and work with it. You have to validate, you need to verify it.
Does that mean we cannot trust AI completely to make some very important decisions?
I would say yes, you shouldn't trust it 100% because it is a growing area, it is a growing industry. We are still learning it. Daily, new things are coming up. And as it's using enough data that is generating, a lot of data is coming, data is corrected. And again, going back to data, there could be inaccuracy in data. Data we generate, if we don't give right information, then the output what we are getting may be wrong. And so yes, don't trust it 100%. It is effective, but again, it is on us to also make sure that whatever information that we get from it, we validate it and we verify.
Well,
yes.
Absolutely, because in our school days, ICT, we learned about garbage in, garbage out.
That's right.
Well, is the AI itself smart enough to make ethical choices?
When we talk about ethics, ethics could vary. What is right to you may be wrong to somebody else. And what is wrong to you may be right to someone else. So if you depend on AI to make ethical decisions, it all depends on what information, what are we talking about in terms of ethics, right? In certain jurisdiction, certain things may be right. And others, it's not, like we rightly said. Some things may be right, something may be wrong. So depend on AI to make ethical decisions is quite, there's a gray area on that. But again, it goes back to making sure that you're validating and you're not just taking what the tool is telling you. At the end of the day, it's a tool. It's a platform programmed by individuals, programmed by people. And so it's not something that is there like a robot. Even robots are programmed, right?
Exactly.
And so you cannot, depend on it 100%. You need the human factor in it as well.
Talking about that, should AI be allowed to make decisions without the human factor? Should we just allow it?
The human factor in making decisions for AI is very paramount. It is very, very important. You cannot just depend on AI to make 100% decision for you without the human factor. And that is when people talk about AI is going to take over our work and AI is going to replace human beings. There is some aspect of it, yes, but then we still need a human to check, right? We still need a human to make sure that the information that is generating is accurate, and then we can make the necessary corrections.
Tell us a little bit more about responsible use of AI.
Responsible AI is ensuring that you're using AI the right way.
How can we do that?
All right, so let's say, for instance, you want to make a gun. It might not be the right examples, but that's just what came to mind. You think about, well, how is this something that is responsible? I mean, why should I try to make a gun? For what purpose? Right? So you're using it for the right thing. You cannot use AI to scam people because, you know, it's possible. You give it instruction, it spit out things for you. But then, again, goes back to the ethical part of it. So we need to use it responsibly, especially when you go to the workplace. Somebody might use AI to say, I want to see how much someone is making. Should you be making such decisions? No. Right? So this is where the ethical part of it comes into it again, where you're using it the right way to create value for your business and also to help you as a human to make the right decisions.
That's amazing. Well, before I let you go, do you have any final words for our audience?
The final words I'd like to share with our audience, again, thank you for spending time and sitting by your decks and watching us. Cybersecurity and AI is the top of a lot of organizations and individuals. If you've heard about something called deepfake, what it is someone can take your voice and record it and make it seem so real. Now, they make it seem so real that they can just record some information and send it to either your loved ones or your colleagues or manager to seem like, yes, you were actually in need of something and you want to take certain decision. Right. So when they use those, it's usually used for making people make very quick decisions without thinking through it because they see this and they believe it. Like me talking now, someone can make a deep fake about what I'm saying and change certain content on it. So I would say that we need to be very, very careful because with the AI now, it makes cybersecurity issues much, much quicker and faster and more efficient. That people are going to be very much on their edge, you know. So the only thing I would say is do not just trust everything that you see. Again, make sure you verify because cybersecurity, it's always an issue. You can get calls that seem so much like somebody you know, but how would you be able to identify that that is not real? And so we should be able to figure these things out and make the right decisions. Don't just trust everything you see and hear.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Auntie Bridget. Thank you so much for having us. Well, that brings us to the end of today's edition. Thanks to my wonderful team and to you, cherished viewers, for watching. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates and remember to be very curious about AI, artificial intelligence and all, but then we must be very, very vigilant. Have a wonderful evening. See you next time. Goodbye.